history's embraced. Captain's quarters sets the pace with Captain Mayhem at the helm. A voyage of knowledge, a story to round. Captain's quarters weekly delight, where history's treasures take flight. Led by Mayhem, Longwood, and Joe, they explore the past, row by row. Navigator Longwood charts the course, guiding listeners to knowledge's source. Cartographer Joe, with maps in hand, unveils the...
And welcome, episode 173, September of February, and it is time for another show. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you find us? Well, that's YouTube, of course. Go to YouTube, our Captain's Quarters podcast channel. Use the QR code and follow, like, and subscribe to us. We'd love to have you do all of it. It'd be perfect to have you as part of our crew. So join us there at YouTube, Captain's Quarters podcast. And of course, we are sponsored by the fantastic Pirate and Treasure Museum, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum. You want to learn a little bit more about pirate history than just those movies? Come down and see us at the Pirate and Treasure Museum. I sound like a car salesman. Come on down and see us. All right. Let's see. 8 Bells. That's normally the first way we kick things off. Sponsored by our good friends at Marco's Pizza. You want a good pizza? They're the best ones in town. They got 2 locations in St. Augustine. Let us know if we can help you get in touch with them. How many we got tonight, Davey?
6.
6 it is. Very good. Get a little closer to the screen. Peter Navy. Yeah, right. Tuisopo. I'll leave it at that. An American actor and professional football player. He is known for his roles as F. Honda in Street Fighter, Manua Mama in Necessary Roughness, and he also played Custodian Yoshi Nakamura in the Disney Channel series Kickin' It. He played football as a center in the National Football League for the Los Angeles Rams. He played college football for the Utah State Aggies. He was 61 years old. Alice Herson, an American actress best known for her roles on television. She began her career on stage before roles on daytime soap operas. She was best known for her role as Mavis Anderson in the CBS primetime soap opera Dallas, and as Lois Morgan, the mother of the title character of the ABC sitcom Ellen. She also appeared in Private Benjamin, Revenge of the Nerds, Mass Appeal, Bride of the Boogity, The Big Picture, The Glass House, and The Lost. She was 95 years old. Kevin Major Howard, a Canadian actor and photographer, best known for his role as Rafterman in Stanley Kubrick's film Full Metal Jacket. He appeared as Stomper in Death Wish 2 and later as Hawkins in 93's Sudden Impact, notably making him the only actor to be in both Death Valley Wish and Dirty Harry film series. In 1988, he appeared in the episode Line of Fire of the cult TV series Miami Vice. He was 69 years old. Thomas James Hunt, an American Northern soul singer, and a 2001 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee as a member of the famed R&B group The Flamingos. In '59, the group's biggest hit was recorded as I Only Have Eyes for You. The award for the Flamingo from the Vocal Group Hall of Fame came in 2000, followed by the Doo-Wop Hall of Fame in 2001. The Flamingos were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for their 30-year contribution to music. He was 91 years old. Jerry Eisenberg, an American television producer, animator, storyboard artist, and character designer, primarily known for his work at Hanna-Barbera Productions and Ruby Spears Productions. He has also worked on a number of projects for Hanna-Barbera and its successor, Warner Brothers. Animation included Johnny Bravo, Tom and Jerry Kids, a number of Scooby-Doo direct-to-film video films, Eisenberg later recorded as a writer, storyboard artist, and or design and layout artist for a number of productions at various studios, including Muppet Babies at Marvel Productions, House of Mouse at Disney, and Dilbert on Columbia TriStar Pictures. He was 87 years old. And William Ray Lucas, the fourth director of the NASA Marshall Space Flight Center. He served as director from June of 74 to July of 86. He developed the propulsion system for the Saturn V rocket. He also developed the world's second space station, Skylab. In 78, Lucas was elected a member of the National Academy of Engineering. In 84, Lucas was given a Distinguished Alumni Award by the University of Memphis. In 1986, Lucas was given the Elmer A. Sperry Award. He was 102 years old. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 6 for 8 bells. And we raise our glass and give 8 bells, Davey. Very good. Now on with something a little more lighthearted, and that's Joke of the Week with Mini Mayhem, sponsored by Salt City Comics.
Ahoy, mates! Mini Mayhem here with Joke of the Week, sponsored by our cartoonist friend Travis Rami of Salt City Comics. What did the pirate find in the middle of the ocean? Think about it, and I will give you the answer at the end of the show.
Very good. What did the pirate find in the middle of the ocean? I can hardly wait. I'm excited. All right. And of course, we move on to Quote of the Week, and that's sponsored by our good friends at Spyglass Travel. If you want a good walking tour of St. Augustine, well, that's where you have to go. Spyglass Travel. They'll walk you all around. I understand it's not only good for your history, but it's good for your workouting. So, Spyglass Travel. Take it away, Davey. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation and only one bad one to lose it. Absolutely right. In the military, we actually had a different saying. Same point. You can have all the attaboys in the world, but one all crap will lose them all out. True story. Hi. All right. And question of the week, ladies and gentlemen, with our good friends at Ancient City Sirens. That would be Gina and all of her girls. You can see them performing at the Celtic and Seafood Festival, which we're going to talk about in a few moments. But for now, the question of the week. What is your favorite segment of the show? We're trying to decide which segments are strong and which may not be, and see what else we can do to add to our show. So let us know what your favorite segment of the show is. I see quite a few people. I see Black Sails Adventures, Will the Historian, our good friend up in Michigan, Zachary Harker, and of course locally I see Nightingale in Florida, and I see Big Jim, and I think that's all I see in the gallery right now. But letting everybody know, hey, glad to have you aboard. Thank you very much for being a part of the show tonight. Feels like my voice is going out. Does it sound that way, Davey?
A little bit.
Yeah. My voice is going bad. Hey, what a good thing to do when you have a show that requires your voice. So, after question of the week, we always jump into This Week in Nautical History with no sponsor as of this point. If you want to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you there. But go ahead, Davey. What is This Week in Nautical History?
All right.
We begin This Week in Nautical History in the year 1519. Herman Cortez leaves Cuba for the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico with 11 ships and 500 men. 1653. Defeat of Dutch fleet under Admiral Van Tromp by Admiral Blake off Portsmouth. 1784. First U.S. ship to trade with China, Empress of China, sails from New York. 1797, the last invasion of Britain, launched by the French during the Revolutionary Wars, begins near Fishguard, Wales. 1819, British explorer William Smith discovers the uninhabited South Shetland Islands near Antarctica, claims them in the name of King George III. 1856, the steam packet ship John Rutledge, en route from Liverpool to New York, hits an iceberg and sinks with loss of 120 passengers and 19 crew. Only one survivor, Thomas Nye of New Bedford. 1864, Confederate submarine CSS H.L. Hundley sinks Union ship USS Housatonic at Charleston, South Carolina, in the world's first successful submarine attack. Crews of both vessels were killed. 1917, British troop ship SS Mendi sinks off Isle of Wight. 646 die. And finally, in 1944, Battle of Eniwetok begins with U.S. forces landing on Canna and Camellia Inlets in the Pacific. And that was This Week in Nautical History.
Very good, Davey. Always an interesting point or two or four for anybody to gather when we're doing. Outside of the guest each week, I enjoy This Week in History. We appreciate that, Zachary. And Nightingale, like anything to do with St. Augustine. Well, that's always good to know. I'm a history lover, so the nautical history and guests are awesome. Very good. And same for me, the guests are great, local info, and where would be without history? Bells, 8 bells as a matter of respect is surely worth keeping as well. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and you all that have given us some extra time with your words, and will give us some extra ideas on the direction we want to go and how we want to continue on, which I think pretty much falls in what Davey and I have been constantly considering along the way. So we're doing good. Let's see. It is time for a few community events. We only have a couple things we just want to point out. The new month is coming upon us. March will be there soon, and in March, we're pretty busy. We have the Celtic Festival. That's the St. Augustine Celtic Festival, 8th and 9th of March, a Saturday and Sunday. And the St. Augustine Swashbucklers will be manning the largest pirate beer booth that they have right next to the main stage. So you'll want to get all your drinking taken care of by the St. Augustine Swashbucklers. And of course, Captain Mayhem will be doing a couple of magic shows for the time also. So at Almanac, we're hoping to get Almanac on our own cameras and have them come and say a few words for us. We'll see what we can do. And then later into the month is the Seafood Festival, which the St. Augustine Swashbucklers has a huge part in. We provide a lot of entertainment in the pirate zone, and we're working on some unique entertainment. For example, the Saturday night may be a conglomeration of as many musicians as we can get to come and hang out with us and do sea shanties for the night. We'll see what happens. There's a hint. But come out and see us then. I got yet one more award. Don't want to totally brag, but there it is. Yet one more award from the Tasting Tours people who, after all this time of having their company, which I think is 13 years now, they've never done an MVP tourist award, tour guide award, until now, and I got the very first one. So I'm quite proud to add it to some of the rest of the things that I have as far as being noted as a able-bodied tour guide for the oldest city in the nation. And there we have it. Anything else in that segment, Davey? Yes, that's right. Several of the crew were instrumental in working with this movie that came out. And as you can see, it's already won the Paris Film Award and the New York, I can't see the smaller words though, the New York, see if I get closer, I can see what it is. I can't see it. It's blurred. All right, so we got the New York Award and the Paris Film Award for that film. Congratulations to Vesta and all the people behind her. It was a wonderful time for us to play and have a good time with it. So, upon that note, we need to make sure we always say thank you, right, Davey?
That's correct.
And we don't have a guest tonight. So that means that the show will be much, much, much shorter. In fact, we're right on schedule to make it the shortest show in history. But that's okay. It's all right. We've had a rough start of the year for everyone, health-wise. Many of the pirates of the St. Augustine Swashbucklers have become ill with this big flu that's going around, and who can blame them? The weather has changed from 80 degree temperatures down to, like tonight, it's supposed to get down into the 30s after having been up in the 80s for the last 2 days, only in the low 50s for the night. It's going to drop down into the 30s tonight. So it's going to get cold all over again, and then we're going to have rain on top of it. Yep, we're in Florida. We're getting it all. So it's been a tough health-wise week, or start of the year, so to speak, for everybody. So we're taking it easy tonight. It was a nice 3-day weekend. We didn't have to work really hard for the whole weekend. So anything else that I might want to throw out there for community involvement right now, Davey? I can't think of anything. I think we're good, right?
Yep,
I think we're good, which means that we've gone through the guest segment too. It's just going to be a very short, quick show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I know Davey's not feeling well also, neither am I, so we all have to get some good rest. But we didn't want to not have the show. We just wanted to make sure that we got out there and said hello to everybody. On that note, go ahead and throw up This Week in History, Davey, sponsored by...
Well, first, I got the little thing about it's President's Day today. So...
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Put that up there, Davey. Go ahead. And there it comes.
Back then, it was called George Washington Day, meant to celebrate the first president on his birthday, February 22nd. Congress made it a federal holiday in 1885. It was the first time the nation had created a holiday to honor an individual's birthday. George Washington Day became known as President's Day after the Uniform Monday Holiday Act took effect in 1971. That act moved several federal holidays from their original date to Mondays to create more 3-day weekends. The change landed George Washington Day on the calendar between Washington and Abraham Lincoln's birthdays, which led to the popular name that we know today. President's Day is always the third Monday of February, and while some states and even the federal government still view the holiday as specific to George Washington, President's Day is more commonly seen as a celebration of all U.S. presidents, past and present. And that's connecting the dots.
Very good. That was a good one, Davey. Very easy. Well, now we know why we have President's Day. Good enough for me. On that, let's go ahead and throw up This Week in History.
All right.
Where does the captain take his hungry crew for a good lunch special? Why, Dick's Wings. Daily lunch specials even a pirate could afford. Why, look, a table filled with flavors and tastes for even the most discriminating of pirates. A great lunch and a great time is always had by all at Dick's Wings, St. Augustine, Florida, US 1 South.
We begin this week in history in the year 1621. Miles Standish is elected as the first commander of the Plymouth colony. 1801, U.S. House of Representatives breaks electoral college tie by electing Thomas Jefferson as president over Aaron Burr. 1828, first American Indian newspaper in U.S., Cherokee Phoenix, published. 1836, Alamo besieged for 13 days until March 6 by Mexican Army under General Santa Anna. Entire garrison eventually killed. 1914, 4-year-old Charlotte May Piersdorf mailed by train from Grangeville, Idaho to her grandparents' house, 73 miles away in most famous Child Post instance. 1924. American swimmer Johnny Weissmuller sets a 100 meters world freestyle record, 57.4 seconds at Miami, Florida. 1933. First issue of American news magazine Newsweek is published. 1952. African Queen, film directed by John Huston, starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn, is released in the U.S. And finally, in 1962, John Glenn becomes the first American to orbit the Earth aboard Friendship 7. And that was This Week in History.
Excellent job, Davey. Always good to have your history that you put up there. And you have so much. A shot across the bow tonight is going to be just a nice, friendly warning. Just remember, all of us are getting older as we get along. Be watching out for your friends, your neighbors, and your family, and take care of everybody. It is very, very important to do. Weissmuller would practice diving here in in the ASMR pool for his Tarzan movies. Very good. Yes, I think I told that on some of my tours too. Very good. If you want to be a guest on the show, we'd love to have you be on the show. Let us know. We've already picked up a few guests that we know are starting up in March and April, and we're working on a few more. So if you'd like to promote if you're a private captain and want to promote your crew, we'd love to dedicate the whole show to you. We're looking at some possibilities down the road of having you meet some of the pilots from all over the different parts of the world. So we're working on several different ideas. But if you have an idea, let us know. Make us feel good if we hear from you. And let's see, you might as well go ahead and reveal the joke of the week, Davey.
Okay.
Might as well bring old Mayhem on. Make him jump.
Okay, it's time for the answer to the joke of the week. What did the pirate find in the middle of the ocean? The answer is the letter E. Mandy Joe gets it.
You could use that for your school groups.
I could use that one for my school groups. They'd probably kill me, but I could probably use it. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, as you notice, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the shortest show in history, unless I talk for a few more minutes. But I'm trying to be anyone see where they may have identified Jack the Ripper? We did see that. It got all over the news, so we did see that. I guess we're going to have to talk about that now. Yeah. So you just may notice I'm very relaxed because I took some pain pills because my shoulder has been bothering me really bad for the past couple of weeks. But I'm set to have some adjustments made that might fix that over this week. So it's just really laid back right now, and I'm having throat problems anyway, so we don't have to worry about it being a long show tonight. Davey's done his job and made all the good parts of it. That's the parts that we like anyway. Makes the good parts. Davey, I haven't missed anything on the schedule, have I?
Nope.
Yeah, it's kind of slow. But it gives us a chance to rest, right, Davey?
Yep.
There you go.
We got a thank you video and platforms and numbers.
Absolutely. We should show everybody what we think of them. Let's thank them properly like we do. Davey, go ahead.
The Captain Quarters Podcast is always searching the world for history, knowledge, and adventure. It takes a crew to run a podcast, so we take this opportunity to thank those who help keep this podcast going. The crew: Captain William Mayhem, Navigator Davey Longwood, Cartographer Mandy Joe. Our charities we support: Alias Acres, Humane Society, Inc. The three major charities we support, but always room for more. You too could be part of the show and support the show in many ways. go to Patreon. For a small monthly contribution, become a Powder Monkey or First Mate sponsor. Go to YouTube and hit the like and subscribe buttons to join our ranks and support the show. It does take a crew. Thank you.
And yes, thank you very much for those of you that do help us out. We appreciate it. If you want to watch us, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitcher, Instagram, and Spotify. If you just want to listen to us, though, you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, CastBox, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Music, Amazon, Twitter, and Stitcher. So listen to us or watch us. We'd love to have you watching us. And we keep getting a few things that pop up here. Or messages. Okay, that's all right. Davey?
We have our numbers.
Show our numbers. I was going to say, show our numbers. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, our numbers are strong. They always go up. Maybe only a jump or two, a little bit here and there, but they go up. We've never gone backwards, so we're happy with that. If you want to email us at captainsquarterspodcast21@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Send us an email. Send us a message. Let us know what you think. If you've got some ideas, send us some ideas. We'll pounce upon them quickly, I'm sure. We're always looking for ideas and other things that we can add to this show. We do want to make sure that we start posting out there about some of the new things that we're talking about. So we'll start getting that out there to you as quick as we can. On that note, what do you think, Davey?
I think it was a good, quick show.
I think it was a good, quick show. We could say thank you to everybody. And if I stall for 2 more minutes, did anyone see where Alice Cooper is now living here? Didn't see that. It would be a fun guess, and maybe we could get him to join our crew. That would be interesting to have him. I didn't hear the living part, but we'll have to check it out and see. That would be interesting. Then I could send him a personal message. Come over and join us. I like that idea. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get a good beer, come out and see us at the Celtic Festival, March the 8th and the 9th. We'd love to have you out there visiting with us. I will be doing a few magic shows. Come out and see what we can do. Make some fun, have some fun, join us in some fun, and come join us for the Celtic Festival. It's our next big event. On that note, Davey, you want to take us out to shore? Go ahead. Take us with that, our saying.
Part of the podcast.
Part of the crew. Always. We can't do it without you. Well, I say that, but I also say this. If we tried to do it without you, it just wouldn't be any fun. Come on out and join us. We'll see you all later on.
With wit and charm they made